Hey Shooby-Doodlers, how are you doing? Well, are you ready for the next story about the Ginger Ninja? It's called The Return of Tiddles. If you missed the first story, click up here and you can watch me read it. You can get yourself a copy at Amazon or maybe your library and follow along if you like. There are links in the comments box down below. But now, let's not talk about it. Let's tell that story. This is where we finished last time. Now, Book 2, The Return of Tiddles. Chapter 1. The playground at St. Felix was a happy place to be, and the happiest kitten in it was Ginger. Ginger could climb the highest trees and walk to the end of the flimsiest branches. Wow, I wouldn't do that. It's not like it's even his own kite. In class, Ginger... Oh, it's a spelling mistake. In class, Ginger was always the first to put up his hand when the teacher asked a question. Oh, please, miss, the answer is 42. Although he didn't always get the answer right. Oops, silly me. Ginger could jump higher and further and run faster than any of the other kittens. If ever there was an emergency in the playground, Ginger would undo his collar, tie it around his head, and leap into action. Eek! It's a mouse! What are we going to do? Stand back! I'll handle this. Ugh! It's the Ginger Ninja! Ginger became the highest scorer in the pool ball team and was made team captain. Great catch, Ginger! Brilliant! Fantastic! Everyone loved Ginger and wanted to be his friend. Everyone, that is, but the school bully Tiddles and his two henchmen, the Wilson twins. Tiddles hated Ginger. It was Ginger's fault that he no longer ruled the playground and that his gang was no more. He and the Wilsons lurked in the shadows, waiting for Ginger to make a mistake. He's so nice it makes me sick. He's such a goody two-shoes. I'll get that Ginger for showing me up in front of the whole school. If anyone came near, they would smile their sickly smiles. If it was just a little kit, they would sneer and snarl to frighten it away. Chapter 2. But Ginger was starting to get a little above himself. In fact, he was becoming a bit of a pain. Oh, here, let me take that free throw. Yes, Ginger Ninja does it again. One or two kittens were getting a little tired of him. I know he's really good, but I wanted to take that shot. Yeah, he's the same in class, always answers before you have a chance. One day, as Tiddles watched from the shadows, he realised something very important. And Ginger's going, I am the greatest. Have you ever noticed that when Ginger becomes the Ginger Ninja, he puts his collar round his head? That must be a very special collar. After pool ball practice, Tiddles crept into the changing room. And while the team were in the groom room, he quietly lifted Ginger's collar off its hook. And then he sneaked out without anyone seeing him. I've got it. Wow, let's destroy it. Tiddles studied the collar carefully. It seemed perfectly normal. In fact, it was nearly the same as the one Tiddles was wearing himself. It had a metal tag on it with Ginger's name and address in case he got lost. No. Let's hide it in a really mean place. When Ginger had finished licking himself clean, he went to get his collar off the peg, but it wasn't there. Ginger searched everywhere. He looked in, on, under and behind everything. He tried to remember where he might have put it. I'm sure I left it hanging on my peg. After a while, Miss Tiffany came by. Ginger explained his problem. They looked together, but neither of them could find the collar. Miss Tiffany found a spare collar in the lost property box. Oh, miss, this won't work. What do you mean it won't work? It's the only one that fits. In class, Miss Tiffany made an announcement. Ginger's collar has gone missing in the changing room. If anyone is playing a joke, can they please return it to Ginger? It seemed that no one knew anything about it. When he got home, Ginger's mother was very surprised to see him wearing a strange new collar. Oh, can't you look after anything? I suppose some other kitten has got a nice new collar now. It may not have been very expensive, but I went to a lot of trouble to find that one. Yes, Mum. Mum fished around at the back of the airing cupboard and found an old collar that Ginger hadn't worn for a while. Ugh, it's too tight. That night, Ginger lay in bed, thinking. I wonder who took my collar. Why would anybody want to take it anyway? This collar just won't work. I won't be any good at pawball now. It must have been someone who doesn't like me. But I haven't got any enemies at school, have I? Oh, I don't think I want to go to school tomorrow. Chapter 3. Well, the next day, Ginger's collar felt uncomfortable. Hey, neat collar, yeah, real pretty. I wonder if Tiddles knows where my collar went. At break time, the kittens played paw ball, and as Ginger ran for an easy catch, he tripped and hurt himself. Ow! He saw that Tiddles was watching and lost his concentration. Ginger dropped catch after catch. Butterfingers! Ginger thought a really big throw would impress his friends, but the ball got stuck at the top of a tree. Oh, now look what you've done. Leave it to me. Now I'll show them. Ginger climbed and climbed until his head poked out at the very top of the tree. He stretched and leaned until he nudged the ball and sent it falling down to the crowd below. Well done, Ginger. You can come down now. But Ginger was stuck. He couldn't believe it. He was the best tree climber in the school, and he was stuck. And the more he wriggled, the more he stuck. It was so embarrassing. He's going, hi guys, I'm just looking at the view, lovely view, la 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 la. And the bell rang, and the crowd below melted away as the kittens drifted off to class. They said some horrible things about Ginger. Hey Hilda, I can see your house. Ginger's lost his nerve as well as his collar. Good thing, too, he was getting too big for his paws. He's not so clever without his collar, is he? He wasn't so clever with it. That Ginger's a real show-off. Yeah. Help! It took Ginger 20 minutes to climb down that tree. Ginger choked back the tears as he told Miss Tiffany what had happened. Ginger Pickles, that's the most pathetic excuse I've heard all term, and this is the second time you've been late for my class. What's the matter with you? Go to your desk right now and never be late for my class again. Yes, Miss Tiffany. Sorry, Miss Tiffany. Miss Tiffany was his favourite teacher. Ginger hated being in her bad books. As he sat down, Ginger wished a hole would appear in the floor and swallow him up. Tiddles sat behind and smiled. Ginger didn't scare him anymore. Suddenly, Ginger had 3 new shadows. Tiddles and the Wilson twins followed him everywhere and copied everything he did. Please don't copy everything I say. 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 After a couple of days, Ginger could take it no more, and he shouted at them, "Will you leave me alone? Ooh, keep your fur on." When Tiddles tweaked his whiskers, Ginger lost all control. "You miserable monkey!" His eyes filled with tears, and he lashed out at Tiddles. And straight away, he knew it was a mistake. The Wilsons pinned his arms behind his back and held him while Tiddles marched up and down the crowd of kittens that had gathered to watch. "You all saw that, didn't you? He hit me first." Yes, Tiddles." It was awful. So awful I had to kind of censor the drawing there so you didn't see what actually happened. Tiddles and the Wilson twins walked away laughing. They left Ginger just a small, sobbing heap of fur in the middle of the playground. "Ha ha 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 ha! We are the Shed Gang!" Chapter 4. The whole school had watched, but not one kitten came to help Ginger. They knew he wasn't the Ginger Ninja anymore, so he couldn't protect them from Tiddles. They were scared and made up excuses. Sorry, Ginger, I was doing my music practice. Sorry, Ginger, I couldn't see what was happening. And sorry, Ginger, I thought you were just playing." In no time at all, Tiddles had the playground under his control. His old gang were eager to join up. "Hail, Tiddles, King of the Playground, Lord of the Shed. We promise to serve you unflinchingly, even if it hurts." Headquarters were set up behind the shed. At break time, the kittens lined up with their snack boxes to pay their taxes to Tiddles. Tiddles liked it best when it was Ginger's turn. Ginger's mum really did make the best fishy bix, and they tasted so good. All for me and none for you. Tiddles used both his brain cells to find other ways to upset Ginger. He stuck a note on Ginger's back saying "The Ginger Whinger." As everyone was too scared to tell Ginger, he wore it all day until it fell off. He made Ginger say all sorts of horrid things. "I'm a worm, Tiddles. I smell. I'm not worth a peanut." "How right you are, and don't you forget it." In class, Ginger found it hard to pay attention and couldn't answer any questions at all. "Can you recite the 6 times table, Ginger?" "Oh, what? It's a wooden thing with 4 legs, miss." All the rest of the class are laughing at him. But soon, it was only Tiddles that laughed at Ginger. Some of his gang felt uncomfortable, and they thought that Ginger had learned his lesson. "Don't you think we should lay off Ginger a bit, Tiddles?" "What? Are you going soft?" No, sorry, Tiddles." Chapter 5. At the weekend, Ginger went round to see his granddad. They were great friends, and they did lots of things together. Grandad noticed that Ginger was not his normal happy self. "Are you all right, son? No problems at school, are there?" Well, it's not that Tiddles again." Well, you see, Grandad, I can't find my collar anywhere, so I think Tiddles must have taken it. And now I can't be the Ginger Ninja anymore, and Tiddles has started bullying me again. He's so horrible, I don't know what to do." Grandad fixed Ginger with a stern look and waited until he'd finished. "What does your collar have to do with it? It's just an ordinary collar, isn't it? The strength that you've lost came from inside you. It's still there, and you still are the Ginger Ninja. You just have to believe in yourself. Oh, yeah, I suppose I've been a bit silly, haven't I, Grandpa? And I think maybe you got a bit big-headed. Well, yes, maybe. Perhaps if you'd not been quite such a show-off, some of your friends would have helped you. Well, yes, I've been a silly old kitbag, haven't I? Never mind. Let's make some chocolate cheesy dreams and see if we can't sort something out. What are chocolate cheesy dreams? When you spread toast with garlic butter and chocolate chips, and you put cheese on top and grill until the cheese melts. It's delicious if you're a ginger ninja, but do ask an adult for help. They sat down to eat. Ginger was so busy telling Grandad what Tiddles had been up to that he forgot that the cheesy dreams were hot. Yow! Ginger had to drink 3 bowls of water. I think there's a lesson to be learned here, says Grandad. If the cheese is hot in the middle, then you should eat the cool bits around the edge first. The cool bits are like your friends. Show them that you are a changed kitten and they will be your friends again. And they will help you to get to the hot part in the middle. Oh, right. Brilliant. Tiddles is the hot part. Thanks, Grandad. Chapter 6. Muncher Matthews wasn't called Muncher for nothing. He was always hungry, and Ginger offered him a fishy pig. Oh, these really are the best. No wonder Tiddles likes them so much. And to his horror, oh no! Muncher realised that he had eaten one of the fishy bits that Ginger normally gave to Tiddles. Oh, don't worry, I won't tell Tiddles. I don't think he deserves any more of these, do you? Oh, right, thanks, Ginger. Tiddles was far too important to bother with the little kits, so he had put Muncher in charge of them. Muncher called his little squad together. Look, kits, I think we should lay off Ginger. I think the Ginger Ninja may be back. Oh, good. I like Ginger anyway, and I don't like being in Tiddles' gang anymore. Soon, everyone hoped that Ginger would do something about Tiddles. One by one, the kittens came to talk to him in secret. Oh, it's terrible in Tiddles' gang. He's really mean to us, and we're supposed to be on his side. And what are you going to do, Ginger? Well, I don't know yet, but when I make my move, I don't want you to do anything. Understand? It's between me and Tiddles, okay? Okay. But how could he get the Wilson twins on his side? He couldn't take them and Tiddles on together. They'd flatten him. Chapter 7. Ginger was feeling happier with life already. He climbed the highest tree that he could find and whooped to the birds when he reached the top. I am the Ginger Ninja! He took an interest in class again, and one morning, just before break time, Miss Tiffany asked a question that he could get right. Ginger stood up to give his answer. Please, miss, the answer is red. Oh, well done, Ginger. Creep. Made him feel all warm inside to be back in Miss Tiffany's good books. He was just about to sit down when a tiny glint of sunlight caught his eye. It was a reflection from the clock on the wall. There was something hidden on top of it. If the sun wasn't shining at that very moment, you wouldn't notice anything was there. His heart skipped a beat. Could it be? But how? He must be mistaken. The bell rang for break, and the kittens filed out of the classroom. When Ginger was sure they had all gone, he started to climb the wall. There wasn't much to get hold of, and one of his claws split as he pulled himself up to the clock. And there, Laid over the top of the clock was his collar. He grabbed it and lost his foothold. He fell through the air, but he managed to twist around and round and landed gracefully on all fours. Great landing. He dusted his old collar and he put it on, and instantly he felt better. Now I'm going to sort out those Wilsons. Ginger strolled over to the playground. He stared hard at Tiddles and slowly dropped fishy bits in front of him. One for you, one for me. One for you, two for me. One for you, three for me. And Tiddles saw Ginger's collar and gasped. Duh! Where did you get that collar from? Ginger smiled knowingly and walked away. Tiddles stared at the Wilson twins, who stared back at him. I didn't give it to him, and I didn't give it to him. It wasn't us. Soon they were bickering, and just as Ginger hoped, the argument turned into a fight. Biff, bang, bash. Chapter 8. When the lunch bell rang, you could almost taste the excitement in the air. Tiddles' reign was coming to an end. Ginger had picked off the cool edges of Tiddles' gang, and now only Tiddles was left. What's he going to do? I don't know. He looks very cool. What can he do? I don't know. Ginger made his move. Want some fishy bits, Tiddles? Yeah. Well, you can't have any. Right, come on, gang. Let's bash him. But Tiddles' gang was nowhere to be seen. Oh, is that the bell? I've got to finish my homework, and I'll just go and lick my paws, and Miss Tiffany asked to see me. Tiddles turned to the Wilson twins. Go on then, bash him up. No, you bash him yourself. Do your own dirty work. We're fed up doing everything for you. Tap, tap, tap. Tiddles was starting to wish that he'd been nicer to the Wilson twins. Calmly, Ginger took off his collar and gave it to Tiddles. Tiddles grabbed it. He looked puzzled. He knew that Ginger was nothing without his collar. Ha 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 ha! And Ginger leaned over so close that his nose pressed against Tiddles' nose. I don't need that collar. I am the Ginger Ninja. Now go away and stop your bullying. Tiddles was almost hypnotised. He stared deep into Ginger's eyes. Ginger was so sure of himself that Tiddles couldn't be certain of winning a fight, even though he was bigger. Tiddles turned away and threw Ginger's collar on the ground. And then he spat, and he sloped off to kick the wall behind the shed and curse the day he'd ever first heard of the Ginger Ninja. Ow! All the other kittens swarmed around Ginger, pleased to be friends with him again, thrilled the mean old bully had been seen off. Ginger had learned his lesson the hard way and tried not to be big-headed, but inside he was bursting with pride. Hooray! We've got our Ginger Ninja back! It was nothing, really. Oh dear, here's Tiddles going mutter, 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 turning over the page. He's going to be back in the next story. Book 3, The Dance of the Apple Dumplings. Click here to go to the next story. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, and if you did, you can get your own copy of the book. Go to my website, you'll find the link down below, and you'll get a free poster and a signed copy too, or there are links to Amazon down there as well. Now, in the meantime, keep reading, watching, and I'll see you next time. You take care now. Bye-bye.